Hi, my name is Molly, and I am a sales operations partner at Remote Technologies, an entirely global and remote company. And my function within LeanData is a little bit of everything. I think there were so many instances in my first month or two at Remote where a lot of the problems we were looking to solve, I could immediately say, we could do this with LeanData. It could be merging of records or finding duplicates. It could be just editing any field value on an object that you need to update at a certain time based on a certain trigger. I like to tell people that it's a lucid chart or a mural board with actual actions that are connected to Salesforce. When we committed to going to Salesforce, I asked about LeanData because, in my experience, it's more consistent and reliable in terms of the ability to live on top of Salesforce 100% natively and know that the fields and the values and all of that is already living there correctly for you instead of having to map it custom. It's really the huge part for me is really the auditing and routing insights and the ability to know that you're building something that you can actually QA to the point of not just thinking you know what happened in the logic, but actually seeing each individual step. When we first procured LeanData at Remote, one of the primary use cases outside of routing and alerts and some of the more traditional use cases was we were still determining whether or not we were going to be using a lead and contact-based model or a contact-only model. The ability to take in all the leads and immediately convert them, create a new account or match to the existing account was one of the primary use cases. We are primarily using LeanData for the contact routing as well as alerts and account routing as well. LeanData has helped me bridge the gap of some of the automation or some of the workflows that might be okay in Hubspot, but will be more accurate, more visible to the stakeholders needed in LeanData because it's 100% Salesforce native. When I heard that Book It was going to be a thing, it was exciting because really your rules and your logic for your routing can be in all one place for meetings and for accounts and contacts. Since moving to Book It, so far it seems the primary issues we see with routing of meetings and going to the wrong place are actually when they're manually being scheduled and not from Book It at all. For our go-to-market strategy, it's been a core tool for us to centralize all of the workflows, the data, especially like that ability to auto-sequence on behalf of a rep within LeanData to outreach is huge for speed to lead. We can assign something to a sales rep and add them to a cadence, but also look to see if that cadence was actually started or if it was stopped or skipped, and we can use some of the SLAs and the tracking to reassign that record as needed to ensure that there is follow-up happening. So we do a lot of our communication in Slack, so it's very key that LeanData can help us by alerting us in Slack, whether it's in a DM or a channel, and being able to pull in the different contexts that we need for any alert. So we like to include the sequence, in the alert that they're being added to so that a rep can easily say, hey, I got this lead, they filled out this form, this is the action I'm supposed to take, and they're added to this sequence, and it's linked right there. Whenever I think of how can I make something easier, how can we do this with less manual work, I do look to LeanData first to see if I can solve my problem. And a lot of the times I can. The thing that I'm most excited about with LeanData, change every day. The tool is changing all the time. It is literally answering the questions I have before I ask.